It's Adriana Monique Alvarez, the CEO of Alma Publishing, and I'm so excited to be talking to some of the amazing guests that we have on our upcoming summit, Ignite Your Dream Summit. And this is really about just like stoking the flames, getting you fired up and excited. Jessica, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Adriana. I'm really excited about the summit and super excited to be talking with you today.
I know. Well, the thing is I want to give people an idea of what they can expect, because there's women like you who they're doing big things in the world. They're wonderful women, wives, mothers, and they know what they're here to do. So I would love for you to tell me about what was this really critical point when you knew, like, oh my gosh, I'm here to serve. I am here to, I have a purpose here, right? This isn't like a random series of events. When did you really feel that? Maybe it was for the first time, or maybe it was one of those pivotal moments. Remember that?
So I have honestly always felt like that. I knew, I was the kid who was talking about like saving the rainforest when everyone else was worried about like what their hair looked like or what clothes we were going to wear. I was talking about like human rights and tolerance and all of that stuff when I was seventh, eighth grade, and things that I don't even know how I was aware of these things. I just was. And was so acutely tuned into all of these injustices in the world. And it, it used to enrage me. It still does enrage me, but I've channeled it better. But it used to enrage me so much because I was like, how can other people not be so furious about this? How are all of the adults that I know not doing things to make positive change? And so I've always had this fire in me of knowing that I was here to change things up, to bring in a new way of being, and to really question a lot. That being said, as I've journeyed through my life and, done my own personal healing and connected and stronger with my guidance and what I'm here to do and who I am, it's just like coming stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, and really solidified that path for me.
I love that. And it's so true, right? And you probably see this in your daughter as well. Sometimes it's so easy to kind of, yes, overlook and kind of pat on the head the children who are just like, wait, why is it like this? This isn't right. Or why? I know there's a better way, and I know that so many came here and, as you said, had that knowing from the get-go, and just, it was that navigation. Okay, how do I live here and be this,
Absolutely.
So I'm looking at the Ignite Your Dream Summit website, which is exactly that name. And we've got such a cool lineup, and I want to let people know when they can hear your interview. So yours is happening on day 4, and these are released at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so New York City time. And so much of what we talked about was, how to become an abundant healer. How do you connect with your energy? How do you embody your inner CEO as you're the healer and bringing your gifts to the world? And so I know this interview is going to be so key for people who they're spiritual, they know their gifts, they know their superpowers, and maybe have found navigating business and money and visibility and all the above to be challenging, right? And I love that you walk in all these worlds. Tell me what are you dreaming of at this time?
So many dreams. And yeah, I find it's been definitely, as someone who's spiritual and works within the energetic realms, really bringing all of these pieces together has been a journey in and of itself. And it continues, we continue to move forth in different ways. I am super looking forward to, I'm diving in a lot more to my energetic offerings this year. That has been where I've been pushed into so far. I took most of 2021 to really focus on my publishing business, getting that established. Um, it was just very energetic. It's not like the two are separate, they're very intertwined. But I'm really excited to have some of these offerings that are coming through in this different way and taking things to a new level. And it's really like the creation of like the oracle decks and the books and the multi-authored books and the energetic support and just really, like you said, being able to support these soul-led or purpose-driven entrepreneurs and getting their voice out there in a bigger way,
Mhm.
where so many struggle through the visibility or the business or feeling like they should charge or knowing one of the biggest things that I've had to overcome is how do I actually talk about what I do
Mm.
in a way that somebody else is saying it? Because my perspective is like, oh, yes, I'm moving your energy and I'm doing this, but what does that actually look like or feel like? And so connecting those dots is really a big thing that I'm loving bringing people through and helping support others in that journey because it's like there's only so much that I can do within my programs, within my clients, and all of that. The more that we lift everyone else up, the greater the ripple of impact that we have. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. And I think what you said is true for a lot of healers is how do I communicate and convey this in a way that it makes sense and also that people understand that the impact that it has on their life, their business, their relationships, their health, all of the above. So I love that you bring that up because this is really, really key. I want to invite everyone to get registered. We have the link in the description. You're going to hear from Jessica, and I don't know, I think I want to say there's like a total of 21 who are sharing how they're living their dream, what that journey has looked like, the highs, the lows, the points of discovery, the points of challenge. Jessica, what would you say to the person who says, I hear everything you say and I don't know how to make my dream a reality. I don't know how to offer my gifts in the world. What would you say to them?
Oh, my heart. um, it's really about just putting one foot in front of the other and starting to follow those little whisperings, those little nudges, and really staying true to yourself and
Mm.
your own voice. I think that is one of the most important things. We can get so off track by following, ooh, this is someone else's blueprint and what worked for them, and trying to plug our stuff in. And so often it's not in alignment with who we are, what our message is, what we are here to do. And so the biggest thing is just keep coming back to yourself, keep coming back. How does this feel? Is this work for me? What is my guidance saying? What is my higher self saying? And how can I utilize all of this to move forward? And before you know it, it's like you look back and you're like, oh, look at how far I've come.
Yes, it's so true. It's not never underestimating those little baby steps. That's really all it is, right? One step at a time, one day at a time,
Mhm.
one
And it's
brick
a
at a time. It is a practice. It is a practice. Yes. It's true. You know, this is one of the things I see as a common thread between people who have um, been at this a long time. They've been on their journey a long time. They have longevity, is that they understand there are really no big steps. It's a series of small ones and allowing it to be like that, honoring each step along the way. And like you said, hear a little whisper, I'm going to act on it. I don't know what the whole thing looks like, but I can do this one thing. I can move forward on that. Mm. So,
It's
yeah.
sorry. It's like so often we in the spiritual community, we hear people talking about these quantum leaps and how sexy they are and all of that. And they are. It's like, who doesn't want to go from here to making like $1 million a year like that? Of course, I think everyone would sign up for that. but it really is in doing these smaller things and following that guidance that those things actually become a reality. So, yeah.
It's true, and I have also found that sometimes it's difficult to maintain a quantum leap, right?
Mhm.
And we've got to take our whole system on that journey. So you bring up such a good point. I know it doesn't sound sexy to take one step at a time, but when you actually get to bring all of you on the journey and other people also get to see it, because this is the thing, right? Oftentimes online we're selling something that isn't actually
Mhm.
available, right?
Mhm.
It's no different than the fairy tales, right? It's just another version of the fairy tales.
That's true.
We get to do it one day at a time. We get to do it with our families. We get to do it with our health and our sanity and our joy. Mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right. Well, the next perfect step would be to go to igniteyourdreamsummit.com, get registered. Like I said, the link is in the description. Come hear these types of stories. I can tell you, you are going to be inspired. You are absolutely going to feel affirmed and confirmed in who you are, right? Because it's not about you becoming Jessica, it's about you becoming more of yourself. And she's showing you how that can be, what that looks like. So come tap into your dreams and surround yourself with women and men who have done it and are doing it every single day. Thank you, Jessica, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing you on the summit.
Awesome.
All right. Bye.
Bye.